How's everybody doing? Um, so we're gonna move along with our lesson on like text. So we've covered the font properties, font family, font size, font weight, and font style. So next we're going to go into the text properties. Okay, and again, I'm covering like uh, basic stuff. Okay, these will enable you to do the things that you want to do in CSS. As I stated before, and I can't stress enough, I cannot cover everything that there is in CSS. It's just not it's just there's a lot of different properties out there. But the ones that I'm presenting to you, the properties and the values I am presenting to you, is going to give you the tools that you need to be good at CSS, and then hopefully my idea is that as you're practicing, because you are practicing these tools that I'm working with, these tools that I'm giving you, then you're going out there and searching more for your own knowledge, and empowering yourself, uh, and finding more properties out there that you can use. So with that being said, let's get into text. First one I want to work with is text align, the text align property. And what the text align property allows us to do is to move text across the row. All right. Previously, in the olden days of HTML, there was this thing that's called the center tag. Um, is an element like, say, for example, here inside this H1 that I have here, I would say center. And you can even see that it pops up red inside of VS Code. And that probably means something. But as you can see, what it does is it centers text. Now, this is a deprecated this is deprecated code. In other words, while it still works, we don't use it anymore in development. Again, when it comes to HTML, we want to preserve the structure. Okay, and that's our main focus when we're writing HTML. It is the structure of the page. So what do we do instead? Instead, we use the text align property inside of CSS. Text align has a couple of values. First, there's left. That's the default. Obviously, everything is left aligned. We have center, we have right, and then we have justify. Okay, so let's look at that. Right now, again, the default for all of our text is left aligned. Okay, so I'm gonna go look for the H1. There it is. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say text align, and then I'm gonna drop center in there, and as you can see, that easily puts our content in the center of the page. Likewise, if I said right, then that's going to move the text all the way to the right. Now, justify, let me center this. The way justify works is what it does is it spreads the text from margin to margin. Okay, so we may not really be able to see it. Let's try. I doubt we'll see it there. Yeah, it's not going to really do anything because there's not enough text here in this H1. Let's enter this. However, what I can do with the text, with the paragraphs that we have here, look at the way they're structured now. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to target this text class here in my CSS. So I'm just going to come right here and target text. Remember, the dot means class, or the period, what have you, that represents class. So anything with that class, we're going to target it. I'm going to say text align, and I'm going to say justify. Okay, and you may or may not saw what happened, but I'm going to comment this rule out. And I want you to pay attention to the margins over here. So we have this space in the margins over here. so on and so forth in the other text. Okay, when I add this rule back, notice how the text goes all the way to the edge of the margin. So what text justify does again is it takes the text and it spreads it from one margin, the left margin, all the way to the right margin. And that creates space in between the text of different sizes. So you can probably see where in the space in between some of the words is greater than in other places, and that is to allow the justified property to work. I don't know why they just don't. Well, I guess the computer could do it. Could like kind of calculate how many words you have in the block of text, and then kind of spread it out evenly. But they don't do that, anyways. That's how justify works. So it makes for, if you have a block of text, say it's like a third of a row, maybe you have 3 blocks of text that are horizontal, it makes for a nice even look with the text line justify property. That's a cool place to use it. But important thing you need to know, okay, text align, that's how you can move text left, center, right, or justify. And again, obviously the default is left, and then you can move content as you need to with text align. Let's try another one real quick, and then we'll do some more another lesson. There is text transform. Okay, the text transform property allows us to change the casing of our text. Okay, and the properties that we have, or the values that we have for text transform are we have lowercase, we have capitalize, and we have uppercase. Okay, so let's look at them. Where are we going to go? We're going to come here to our links. So I'm going to target nav link. Okay, I'm going to target my nav link in CSS. Let's put it up here, right up in H1. So nav dash link, and I'm going to say text transform, and let's say capitalize. When I use capitalize, what it does is the first letter in each word becomes capitalized. So that's what capitalize does. That is going to be different from, as you can imagine, uppercase. And what uppercase does is it capitalizes every word in the that you're targeting. What have you? So if I did a whole, if I went to the text class and I did a text transform uppercase, then it's going to capitalize all the letters in the text like I'm screaming Lorem at somebody, which is definitely going to open up a portal. So we're not going to do that. Likewise, if I say capitalize, it's going to capitalize the first letter of every word in there. And that's what text transform does. So it allows us to transform the text or the casing of the text. So those are a couple of properties right there. We're going to do some more in another lesson, but I want you to get familiar with these. So, if you want to write up some more lorem, what have you, or maybe do a bio or something on yourself, then you can do that, maybe a tribute page, and then you can work with the text transform and the text align properties. So put some practice in before we go into the next lesson. Then we're going to talk about text decoration. Definitely that one. That may be the only one that we do in the next lesson. But I will see you then on the other side. Keep practicing. You're going to practice makes better. You're going to get good. Right? Less terrible code. Peace, power, blessings.